highvolumemusicradio.com. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing, accounting, social media, resources, strategies, tips, events. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
It's just savage business.
Grants, funding, capital, life
insurance,
annuities, finances, tax tips, strategies, music, business, local spotlights, business highlights, leadership, entrepreneurship. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour. highvolumemusicradio.com.
All right, hey, this is Candace Joseph. I'm here in the studios, and you know what? We're doing some great things around here, and I'm very happy to know some really great people in the line of work that I do here at High Volume Music Radio, Business Knowledge Broker Hour with Candace Joseph. When I tell you I get to meet some amazing people, amazing people. The thing about when you're going out and you're seeking hidden gems, right? Because I consider some of the things that people do hidden gems, hidden niches, very specialized niches and things like that. These people bring about greatness. And the thing about it is that sometimes you come across an entrepreneur who's doing something great that just to bring leverage to other people. And they're trying to bring out the best in people and bring about those healing qualities. And it's absolutely great, right? So my first guest for the night, I'm going to bring up her microphone in just a minute. This lady, she's phenomenal. She's going to tell us a little bit about everything that she has going on. And when I say she's a rock star in her own right, she's a rock star in her own right. You know what? I'm just going to bring up her mic because I want Miss Sherena to actually introduce herself. Miss Sherena, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Okay, so I want you to tell the listeners of High Volume Music Radio more about you. I want you to tell them about you because I said, you know what? This lady can introduce herself. She got the power. Okay, you got the power, and you are awesome. And I need other people to know about the greatness in which you bring to the table. So, Miss Sherena Loggins, can you please introduce yourself and tell people more about the Regal Phoenix?
Absolutely. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sherena Loggins. I am a wife, mother of 5, and of course, I own the Regal Phoenix. By trade, I've been a real estate broker for about 15 years. And after what I call my rock bottom season, during my rock bottom season, I should say, I experienced a spiritual awakening. And so after that season, I started the Regal Phoenix. It was actually on my daughter's first birthday. And it's just been an amazing experience. Nothing like I've ever experienced before. The business really came from God. And I'm just ebbing and flowing with the universe right now.
You know what? I love it. Okay. Round of applause. Because I love, on this show, we've been talking about different things in regards to different niches. We have been talking about, specialties that people didn't even know existed, right? So when we're talking about these different things, I love the fact that, you said you turned a passion for collecting healing crystals and intentional candles, and you turned that into 6 figures. Can you please tell the listeners of, the Business Knowledge Broker Hour, how did you turn your passion? How did you turn your passion into 6 figures? Because I love it.
Well,
and tell us about healing crystals, first of all. Because people might say, what are healing crystals? What are intentional candles? And what do you mean she did that for 10 years and then decided to turn it into a business?
Well, yeah. Let me just start there. I've been collecting crystals for over a decade. And using intention candles to really just set my intentions and set my goals. Healing crystals, they come from the earth, and they contain healing energy that can heal you mind, body, and spirit. And so the crystals can either absorb the energy from you, they can help you to balance your energies, or they can give you some of those good energies or good vibes that you're lacking. So crystals are really beneficial to us. And I like to tell people, God gave us these tools for us to use and to heal ourselves. So they've been great for me. They work to help me heal my anxiety. They've helped me lose weight, have a baby, all of these great things. So,
oh, that's awesome.
I just wanted to share it with the people, and that's what I have been doing over a decade. Just giving crystals to my friends or people, interested in spirituality. I would give the crystals away. But when I was in my rock bottom season, and I was still giving crystals away, and, things weren't going as planned, I had people telling me, you should sell these crystals. You should sell the crystals. You need some money. You should sell the crystals. And I wasn't listening. This is not what I wanted to do. So when I say it came from God, it took me a while to actually listen to the word. And when I say God works through people, he really does. He also gives messages for people. And so at that point in time, I was one of those people not listening to God's word, not being obedient, not paying attention, and really prolonging my suffering.
Wow.
And so when I finally did listen, I didn't have a choice. So it was like, that desperation moment. I have to do something.
I think a lot of new entrepreneurs and people that are going through, layoffs and, furloughs and all that stuff with COVID-19 right now, because definitely relate to everything that you were saying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, there are a lot of people actually going through what I went through in 2016, 2017. And so, a lot of people look at me and try to figure out why I'm having such a good 2020. And it's because I had my season already. And so I like to remind people that, when you're experiencing a period of time like that in your life, it's just a season. It won't last forever. The sun definitely shines in the morning. And so you have to keep going and keep pushing so that you can see that sunshine. And so in my rock bottom season, I use crystals to help me do that. I use crystals to help me manifest basically a new life.
I absolutely love that. I love that. Round of applause. Okay, because think about it. You gave some nuggets. You said, what? I was at my rock bottom. And people around me that spotted the greatness in what I gave to them as a gift said, hey, why don't you turn this into a business? And you did it. You steadfast in what you were doing. You didn't give up. You said, okay, I have to use the things that are within my realm, things that I'm comfortable with. You pushed a product that first and foremost, you knew you believed in.
Yes. And, I think a lot of people miss out on that when it comes to business. Because I'll be honest, I've been praying to God for about 8 years since I moved to Atlanta to find my passion or my purpose. I love real estate and I've been doing it for 15 years, but it doesn't give me the feeling that the Regal Phoenix does. It doesn't, give me the fulfillment and the happiness that this particular business does. So I always knew I was missing something. I just didn't realize what it was.
Wow.
And I never felt like I was a salesperson or I could sell. I never felt like retail was my thing. And I come from a service background. So for me to create this business and for it to really kind of take off on its own, has been a testimony to what God can do.
But you also said
I had
something.
No vision for it.
But you know what? You said something earlier that struck me. You said, I had to find my purpose through the pain that I was going through. How awesome is that?
Yes.
You said you had to
and
find
I did. I had to find my purpose. Like, I've been a mom my whole life, basically. I was a teen mom. And so my entire life has been revolving around my kids. And so now I'm just learning that, self-care is important.
Yeah.
And I just learned that all of that stuff that I went through as a teenager, you know, becoming a teen mom and stuff that I went through after that, I needed to heal from those traumatizing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you said from the experiences that. Oh yeah, turn down. HighVolumeMusicRadio.com. The business knowledge broker hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business marketing.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. All right, great. So let's continue. Because sometimes when you're doing those lives, it'll do that bounce back, and you know, people can still hear you even if you turn on the volume all the way on your side. Because
I'm not live or anything.
Oh, I don't know what that is, and there's something echoing in the back. But whatever it is, see, that's why they edit around here. You know, they'll edit it before they do the rebroadcast. But I want to ask you, how can you tell the listeners? Because I'm getting some questions in here. How do the crystals heal?
The crystals heal just by being in your aura or in your presence. So I always tell people that even if you don't know what to do with them, if you have them in your pocket or you hold on to them, they will help you. They will work. For example, an amethyst can help heal a headache or calm you down when you're dealing with some anxiety. And so, you know, we have all of these crystals that possess different colors and different healing energies to heal different parts of your body, the different chakras. And it can also help you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And so, like, I love to meditate with the crystals because you can actually pull knowledge from them and wisdom from them.
Wow.
And so, you know, that's one of the greatest ways that you can actually use the crystals to actually sit and quiet your mind down and to meditate with it.
Oh, wow.
So
now that is amazing. You know, that's amazing because I was sitting there looking at like your website, and first of all, foremost, I love your picture where you're holding the burning sage, right? You know, a lot of people were like, you know, posted a flyer. They were like, well, wait, why is she holding sage in her hand? You know, because you do it all. You have the white sage, you have the Florida water, you have the incense, you have the intentional candles. Tell the people a little bit more about tell them about the sage. Because a lot of people see people burning sage and they think it's a cool thing, but you know, let them know what it is. Those that are listening, I know what they do, but tell other people with the point of the sage.
White sage is used for cleansing, so you might see all type of smudge sticks because people will bind, you know, different types of flowers and things together. But white sage in particular possesses antimicrobial properties. So when you burn white sage, you're actually cleansing the air in your home when you're smudging. So not only are you removing the negative energy in your space and cleansing your space, but you're also cleaning the air and making it healthier. So that's even better during this pandemic, to make sure that you're cleaning the air in your home, opening up the windows, letting the negative energy out, and letting the still air out too. And the difference between the white sage and the dragon's blood sage is the dragon's blood sage is just covered in resin. So that's what the dragon's blood is. It's not really dragon's blood, but it's a red resin from a tree.
Yeah.
And dragon's blood sage is said to be even more powerful. So, sometimes people will say their spirits in their home or the negative energy. That dragon's blood sage is going to get rid of all of that. So it's like superpowering the sage.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And I love that because not only are you selling a product that you believe in, you're selling a product that you're knowledgeable about, that has healing properties, that anybody can use crystals, anybody can use the sage, anybody can use the incense. And I absolutely love that because of the fact that, one of the great points that you had on, one of your sites was like, okay, you have to use all these things together to amplify the power within you. And I love that.
Yes, we all are healers, and we're all magical. We're all powerful. We just don't have the knowledge or the wisdom to use the tools that have been provided to us, or we don't know what tools are available to us. Because sometimes people just don't want to open their mind to something new. But in all actuality, this is all ancient knowledge.
Yeah.
This is all the knowledge that, we've had that they've been hiding from us and that they've been using actually against us. And so if you think about, money and currency, it's all an energy.
Yes.
And it's something that the rich understand or that they're practicing, that they're not sharing with the poor. You know what I mean? And it's just wisdom. And it's a knowledge that, we can create and manifest whatever it is that we want or that we need. But we have so many blockages, so many distractions, preventing us from tapping into that higher power and, reaching our highest potential.
Wow.
So crystals and sage, just help us to clear the air, to clear our mind, to balance our energy so that we can tap into our power.
Love it. I love that. I love that because, I mean, you think about it. Sometimes people that are listening, someone that's listening might not even thought about healing crystals or incense or, smudging their home. Some people might not even thought about that. And there's probably some people that's standing up on their couch like, yes, finally somebody can tell someone about this. I think it's amazing. I mean, what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love that. I love what you just said.
What I realized, just getting older and growing and learning, I realized that the majority of us don't know that we need to heal in general.
Yep.
Forget all the tools that we can use to heal. But a lot of people are so stuck in survivor mode that they don't even realize that they have to heal from all of the trauma, all the way from childhood. We have to heal from that stuff. And so, crystals can help us with that. But realistically, it's an internal work and an internal journey. And healing even, forces us to look at the ugly side of ourselves.
Wow.
So that we can check ourselves, so that we can grow and become better people. And, that's really the only way. But healing is freeing.
Ooh, say that again. Say that again.
Healing is freeing. I could have never explained it or even said it in a manner to which somebody could feel it until I went through it myself.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so healing for me was what made me realize my purpose. Up until now, I felt like my purpose was raising my children, and making sure that I was successful. But now my purpose has become to share healing. Not to sell crystals, but to share healing. And it's been important for me to reach back and heal my mom. Ooh. And to reach for and to heal my son, because I was a teen mom. So I've traumatized this kid. And that's just keeping it real, When I say doing shadow work and looking at the ugly side of yourself, that's my son, but he taught me a lot too.
Yeah.
And he's into the metaphysical, he's into the crystals and the spiritual. So even though he's my kid, he helped me to grow.
That's
and he
awesome.
helped me to see, those parts of myself that I needed to fix and that I needed to heal. So it's been an amazing journey for my family.
I love that because, the thing about it is your testimony within growing the business. And like you said, you said you were at rock bottom, and the thing about it is that even though you were going through trying times, you still gave. You still gave out that knowledge. You still gave out those crystals. You still make sure that people had those healing properties that they needed. That speaks to the amazing character of who you are. And then think about the rest of your testimony. Okay, teen mom, you went through postpartum depression. You said you lost weight. You went through all of those things that people go through every day.
Yeah.
Every day,
Yeah,
you change your
people go through that
finances
stuff every day.
completely. But then you turned your story around. You turned it around. You dug, like you said, the crystals healed you from in. You pulled that power out, and you turned your crystals into a 6-figure income. How amazing is that?
Yes, from nothing. And I know people are like, "Oh, she was a real estate broker. She had money." Listen, when I was in my rock bottom season, I was in my rock bottom season, and I know everybody's low point isn't the same, but I went from having $20,000 months to zero income coming in at all.
Yeah.
And so during my whole entire pregnancy, I was on bed rest. So we went through that money that we had saved. And, to keep it real, we had expenses. And I already had a business. So it wasn't like, I was putting up $20,000 a month.
I understand
even though
that.
I was making it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
People hear those numbers and they think, oh, they balling.
Yeah,
That's not a lot
and
of
people
money.
don't realize that sometimes you're like, okay, well, hey, don't be upset because I put a little lipstick on the pig, even though it might be an ugly situation that I'm going through. My smile and my courageousness and my fearlessness are always going to shine through, and I'm going to achieve anything I want. A lot of times people forget that part. They forget about that part about going through that. But you know what? Look, you know what, lady, I want you to tell these people here about some of these great, like you're like a certified crystalist. Like you are, it's levels to this thing. Tell the people a little bit about some of those levels.
I'm an alchemist.
Because it's levels to it.
I'm an alchemist. I've been, just studying crystals for a very long time. And so I know them like the back of my hand. I can look at them and identify them. I know what they're used for, and I can put a crystal prescription together to help people.
Wow.
But in addition to that, I pursued my Reiki certification and became a Reiki Master because I knew that I could put even more healing power into my products.
Yes.
Than what they possess by themselves. So everything that we sell is also infused with Reiki as well. And all, a customer has to do is accept it and receive the energy from the crystals, or, it could be a lamp, a piece of jewelry, whatever I give them. All they have to do is accept the healing to receive it. And so, that's been really cool too, because Reiki is one of those things I tell people, if you don't believe in magic, go get your Reiki session.
Wow.
Because you'll experience something you've never experienced before. Everybody's experience is different.
That's true.
But you definitely, you realize that there's a higher power and that there are different energies. And it allows you to open your mind up to other stuff.
Well, I have to say, I applaud everything that you're doing. And the thing about it is you turned something that you liked into, your life passion into something that you were able to, create income from and do great things with. So I have to applaud you. And I think that what you're doing is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful because it's something that's different. It's something that's new. And you are who you are. And you turned it into greatness.
And I was so scared. I was so scared to tell my story. you know, when people go through those hard times, they don't want people to know, you know, what they went through. But I realized that there was power in my story. There was power, you know, in me going through that rock bottom season. There was power in me starting a business from nothing. I literally started Regal Phoenix with no money in pictures.
Well, hey.
I didn't invest any money into it.
But you did it. And this is the thing. If someone
and if I did it, anybody can.
And if someone that wants to get into, you know, if they want to get into this niche, if they want to get into crystals, what are some of the things that you would tell them, you know, coming out of the door? You know, these are some of the things that you need to do in order to grow this type of business. Give them a little wisdom.
Well, you know, I would say when you want to grow a business, make sure that you have a vision and a mission. This business was given to me by God, so I didn't have a vision at first, but I consistently prayed for it and I consistently worked on it. And consistency is key in anything that you do, and no matter what it looks like. Because in the beginning, I didn't think Regal Phoenix was going to do well, but I turned it off. And all along, God was working in the background, and it was going viral on Pinterest. But people were going to my website and couldn't check out.
Wow.
So consistency is key. You know, you have to keep going. You have to keep working toward it. People are watching even when it looks like they're not watching. People are listening even when it looks like they're not listening. And what people want the most, what I had to learn, is to know about you.
Yes.
And to develop a relationship with you, to know that you're genuine and authentic. And that, you know, whatever it is that you're selling, you believe in.
Well, all I have to say is
and you're well versed in it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Round of
People
applause.
want to be educated these days, you know.
You said they need to be educated. They want
to be educated. I didn't realize that myself.
Wow.
You know, I don't have a retail background. I have a service background.
But you put it to work.
So when it came to pushing a product, I didn't know how. So I'm learning how to connect with the audience now, and you know how to educate them. And I'm asking the questions to find out what they need.
Well, I have to say this. You are absolutely awesome. I'm glad the fact that you found a passion that you believed in and you pulled it out to believe in yourself in order to push yourself up to the next level. And I want you to tell the people that are listening how they can get in touch with you.
And if you have questions about spirituality or crystals, you can email me at hello@theregalphoenix.com. All of our social media is at The Regal Phoenix, except for Facebook. Our Facebook handle is Shop Regal Phoenix.
Well, you know what? I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
No, you've been great. Look, the honor is mine, because sometimes, you know, I'm one of those people, you know, I love everything that's in nature. I absolutely love it. And, you know, for me to sit here and find out about this jewel, about you, and find out about the great things that you're doing, and your testimony is absolutely awesome. Thank you for being on the show tonight. And you know what? I'm going to play a song that you asked me to play, Level Up by Sierra. So I want to thank you for tuning in. You're excited about that? You say yes.
Yeah, that's my song.
Hey, well, I'm going to play this one for you. And you know what? I want to thank you for being my guest tonight. And anytime you want to come back on the Business Knowledge Broker Hour, please do so. Bring us your greatness. Bring us that light. Thank you for telling us how we could dig the power out of ourselves and manifest all of our dreams. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. You have a good one too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She said,
HighVolumeMusicRadio.com. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing,